I feel like they are wasting African slots because
Egypt,
they always seem to qualify for these World Cups and do absolutely nothing. They're not excited. At least when we go, we have a good jersey. Faruq does not know 5 African coaches.
that's a lie.
That's
Go.
First of all, he lied. Second of all,
Mention.
That's a lie.
welcome to the African Football Show. We are back, baby, and I am like Jesus surrounded by 2 thieves. On my left, the thief to my left, Tunde Young, the thief of hearts, the ladies' man, and on my right, Faruq, just a thief.
that a thief that is going to heaven. I mean,
yeah, well, true.
That means you actually believe that this overweight man is Jesus Christ. Clearly hasn't fasted for 40 years.
anything that takes you to heaven.
Can you even fast for 40 minutes?
Yes, of course. Why not?
40 hours.
When Nigeria eventually qualifies for the World Cup, I will fast for the next 40 days.
I know you are saying that because you think we will not qualify, but
we will get to that. As I said before, this is the African Football Show, and we're here to talk everything African football. We've got the World Cup qualifiers, which is going to probably take up most of our time, as well, of course, as the build-up to the AFCON. So starting off, I'm here in my Morocco jersey because, as usual, Morocco is the first team to qualify for the World Cup from Africa. Some other people's countries have not qualified.
I'm here in my Nigerian jersey because I'm not treacherous and I support my country.
So let's get right into it. Morocco World Cup qualifiers, as well as Tunisia, of course. I saw a tweet that said Tunisia is just going to waste their time at the World Cup again. Tunde, do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, they're a very good qualifying side. 3rd straight World Cup appearance now. But they never do anything at this tournament. Not even just World Cup. At AFCON, nothing. They qualify for everything. They're just happy to be there. And I rate it. I respect it.
Do you wish Nigeria could be like Tunisia and, just at least qualify for the World Cup?
No, I want to do something there. What's the point of qualifying if you don't make it?
We don't have either of those things. It's not like we ever.
Yet.
In an ideal world.
The operative word is yet.
In an ideal world, you're okay with Nigeria not qualifying for the World Cup as long as you know that they are not going to do anything there?
No, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't guess. I can't see the future. Of course, I want us to be at the World Cup, but I also would want us to do something. We are Nigeria. We are the giants of Africa. We are still the most populous nation, black nation in the world, and we are still the best footballing nation in the world. So I believe that if we qualify, we'll do well. And if we qualify, we are not going to be like Tunisia.
Of course, on to Morocco, who, as it were, have qualified for yet another World Cup. How far do you see them going at the next World Cup?
I mean, they already did their bits, which is get to the semi-final. I don't see them getting to the semi-final. In fact, that their golden generation has sort of ended.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's at least...
Hakimi is still Hakimi.
It's just starting to end, at the very least, because they don't have the same level of quality as they did at the last World Cup.
Yeah.
But they still have pretty good players. Brahim Diaz as national.
And Nesiri scored 30 goals last season.
Yeah, please now.
Don't forget. That's as many as Osimhen almost.
Who on the golden boots?
And they also have Gamani as well. Who is Gamani from Rangers.
There's a reason he plays for Rangers.
I'm sure it's
Nigeria also has a former Rangers striker on their team.
Yeah, it's not our...
Yeah, we're not listening him. We have Siri.
I think we should list him.
I'm not saying we are going to make World Cup semi-final because we have Siri. That's what he just did. That's what he just did with... What's his name again?
Igamani. It's not your fault. Yeah. That's why...
Bafana don't know what Desert has coming for them.
Stop it.
Anyway, Tunde says their golden generation is coming to an end, but you look at a golden generation like Croatia, and when they eventually did their best at the World Cup was when their own golden generation was supposedly, coming to an end. So do you think Morocco can replicate something like that? You
already know my thoughts on Morocco. I'm not...
but I
do not fancy them.
This is not Morocco in Africa. This is Morocco out.
Fairs. I do not necessarily agree with Tunde, by the way, because I think that playing on the world stage is... A lot has to do with your organization, the tactics you have at your disposal. And I think Morocco are still the most organized African nation, maybe alongside South Africa.
Why do you think that?
South Africa registered. They registered. Maybe I shouldn't even name South Africa in this because they registered a player that should not be played. Yeah, so I think Morocco still have what it takes to go far. I mean, Sofiane Amrabat now plays for one of the best clubs in the world now. So also, in a series, I mean, he scored the brace a few days ago in their qualifier. Was it 1 goal? Yeah. So it looks like he's still scoring. Hakimi is still playing well. Majraoui is, I think, is he going to be fit for the tournament because he's always getting injured now. So yeah, I think Morocco will do well. I think they will do well. I don't think they would do as poorly. I mean, they will take the hurt from getting knocked out of the AFCON in
January.
They are winning the AFCON.
I feel like your stance has suddenly changed about
From
Morocco
what?
winning the AFCON.
When did that happen?
I don't remember you being this much.
I'm the one that
He's the one that.
Yeah, I know he was purely against Morocco, but you were also sort of on the fence.
I know black men look alike to me, but like I was not on the fence about Morocco. Look, the thing with Morocco is it's not even just the senior national team. They clearly own African football at the moment. They are hosting every major tournament. They are making deep runs. If they are not winning, they are getting to the semi-finals or the final. We saw them at the AFCON, last 2 AFCONs. In fact, finalists on both occasions, lost both finals. We've seen their under 20 teams. We've seen their CHAN team. This country is at their peak, like footballing wise, structure wise, and I think that they're going to have to crown it with something at senior national level. And since they're not going to win the World Cup, I don't even think they're going to make the World Cup semi-finals again. I think quarterfinals they are sitting now. I think that they'll win the AFCON on home soil. I don't see how they don't win the AFCON. Except of course the Super Eagles of Nigeria want to lock our way to.
What do you mean by lock? See, I have an issue when you mention stuff like that and you slight the Super Eagles because we are still Super Eagles. We are still Nigeria. Nobody else has our offensive policy. I'm not even trying to. This is not being patriotic. This is being factual. Like we were written off during the last AFCON and you saw what we did. We got to the final and if not for that, our coach had depleted the energy level of the players, and at the second half the boys could not play because they were tired, they were exhausted. We would have beaten Ivory Coast and would have been talking about Super Eagles winning their 5th AFCON now. So I think that we are
shoulda.
Where did Morocco finish in the last AFCON?
They didn't win it.
Exactly.
Neither did Nigeria.
We have a silver medal. That's better than
you got an MON for that silver medal. People that made the semi-finals of the World Cup did not. I don't know if they got national honors, but we got national honors for finishing second in Africa. Nice.
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to reward people for impressive performances. Second is not the best, but it's not bad either. Like Faruq has said, the Super Eagles still most likely or probably have the best attack in all of Africa, even while Victor Osimhen, yes, on paper, of course.
Never on the field.
Even while Victor Osimhen is injured, for example, other people like Tula Arukudari was able to step up in the qualifier against Rwanda. So definitely there's attacking talent there. If that is going to be enough to win the AFCON is, of course, another story. But before we, fully go into the AFCON, Faruq mentioned something about South Africa potentially losing 3 points because they fielded an ineligible player. Is crazy that no decision has been reached yet.
Is it? No, it's not. I think it's actually even on track because, again, the thing with bodies like FIFA and CAF and CAS by extension is that there's precedent. They always tend to want the football part to be done before they make a decision. So I don't think it's outrageous that we've not seen anything so far. I do believe that South Africa will be docked 3 points at the end of the qualifying round at the last game after the 10th game. But the disadvantage from Nigeria's perspective is now that gives them anticipation that they know that they have to earn 3 extra points. I mean, it's not like they were playing to lose regardless anyway. So but still, now they know that okay, we have to calculate for 3 extra points and they will make up for that. I think in the final 2 games of the qualifying.
Well, I mean, I that's not the answer I was looking for. I disagree completely with Tunde, so I'm going to take away from him.
Sorry,
Faruq. Now, the teams already know that something has been done wrong. Even the South African coach, Hugo Bruce, mentioned
he said, we do them, but they don't report to us. So
that's literally what he said. So do you think, knowing now that you are going to, or your opponents are possibly going to lose 3 points, if it hasn't happened yet, will that not play on your mentality as the team that is chasing them?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to even get to, because it makes no sense that you are waiting for the games to get done. You know what has happened, dock them immediately, because of course it's going to affect every other person. Like this decision, let's know that okay, a game in hand is not the same thing as what has
3
already
points,
happened.
yeah.
Let's know that okay, this is 13 points. There are 3 other teams or 4 other teams in contention. There is Nigeria, Rwanda, South Africa, and Benin Republic.
I think
Those
it's
are
safe
the
to
4
say
teams.
Rwanda, no longer in contention.
If South Africa get docked 3 points, Rwanda are still in play, because those teams, none of them, other than maybe South Africa, look
At
like
least
they were
mathematically.
Yeah, mathematically. So if let's get done. Let's see it get done. Let's see that they don't have the 3 points. Let's put 13 there. Put 13 there. Let everybody see 13. Let's know that okay, these are our targets. So when you do your Mikel Arteta and write on the board, team, this is the motivation, this is the drive. You know that it's just 13 points. Don't tell me that okay, let everything finish. So when I now know that okay, South Africa has 16. Let's not play too much. We don't have much to play for. 16 is far from 7 points. Then you not tell me you should have played well.
Well, you should have played well. Everybody knows that they have a penny.
Again, see, there's the psychological aspect to this thing.
Exactly.
Like, it affects the brain. That's why these things should get done when they should get done. Don't wait for the competition to finish and then dock the point. Like, maybe it's because the president of the organization is from the country. I don't know. I'm not here to make any sort of allegations,
You
but
just did though.
I say maybe, and I did not mention anybody's name, but it smacks of
Favoritism?
maybe. I don't want to use those very heavy laden words, but
That's why I stopped you.
It's like
That's the intentional way I stopped.
this thing happened last year now, or was it not early this year? It happened
Libya?
Yeah.
Yes.
It has been a
That
while.
was
like that's
actually-
enough time for you to investigate.
You mean the match against
Yeah,
Lesotho?
Mokoena,
Yes,
yeah.
it did happen a while ago.
Yeah,
and I was even referencing Nigeria versus Libya during the qualifiers. That decision was taken almost immediately. I don't know if it's because of the pressure that was on. CAF
Yeah,
at the
like
time.
that's a different situation.
I don't think so though, because it's just a breach of the rules. The punishment is stated already, and there's now no need to wait for 12 more months or 24 more months.
You don't see the difference between a country grounding a plane and taking hostage the entire national team of another country and the country fielding a player.
Administratively, no.
What are they trying to do? Are they trying to?
If you commit a last man foul and you get a red card, and I don't know, you get 2 yellow cards and you get a red card, on the books you've gotten a red card. Punishment would still be what the punishment is.
Maybe they are trying to investigate if Mokoena has a twin or something, that maybe it's not the real Mokoena. Because what exactly are you investigating? And even they themselves have admitted it. All South Africa's defense is Lesotho did not submit a report at the time.
If you want to go, since you are Mr. Rule,
but Nigeria did submit a report though.
Not immediately it happened. That's the thing. So, like, according to the rules as well, if it goes uncalled immediately, it has passed. Even it's a very African sounding rule, but it's a real rule.
Then why not just make that decision and
say, okay, it has passed. Let's know it has passed.
And let everybody fight for their World Cup fates, knowing what the decision is.
As we are talking about that, are you not happy? As we have something to look forward to.
My day.
That's I say, why do you tell us what will happen in the movie in the second act? There's a lot to know. So by the end of the qualifying series, we will find out that you are not going to the World Cup, which you should already know by now. I don't know why Nigeria still keep hope of going to the World Cup. To do what?
You know what scares me? We would beat South Africa and then go and draw one stupid game against. I think we still play Lesotho. They will now go and draw against them.
I mean, it's not crazy for us to not beat Lesotho because we didn't beat them at home. We played Lesotho in front of our own fans. I don't even know where Lesotho is on the map, but you would expect
in
that
South Africa actually.
You would expect that Nigeria should at least win a home game against Lesotho. We played 1-1. That's the first game of the qualifying series. So like, nothing surprises me.
Rwanda still remains the only team that Nigeria has beaten during this qualifying series, home and away. So.
Which is unfair to them because they actually played us in both games.
Yeah, so Nigeria
visited Rwanda.
Like Barcelona, of course you did. All right, so let's quickly round up on this, and a lot of countries are still making their way to the World Cup. We have teams like Ghana, Egypt, South Africa, Nigeria, Benin Republic. Very sneaky team, but we are also watching them. Congo, of course, powered by Yohan Wissa, the Newcastle man. And which
Is
African
it French?
He's Congolese. You saw the dance that he did after scoring in their last qualifying match. You know that he's Congolese.
In his Newcastle unveiling video, he said, "I'm from France."
Maybe he was born there, but he's clearly a Congolese man. Which team are you hoping to see at the World Cup? We have Egypt could possibly qualify with a win.
God, no, please. No. Egypt, pack it up, bro.
What's your issue with Mohamed Salah? Is it?
No, it's not. It's why would I?
I remember during the AFCON conversation, you were like, Salah is not going to do anything.
Yeah, because I don't think he will.
You sounded like a hater. You sounded like somebody that wanted to argue Hazard versus Salah in the future.
No, not really. Also, I don't argue based on agenda. I just go with the facts of the situation. Egypt are not. Stop it. Egypt, since their historical run, that a great team, which I still believe was something fetish.
They are Muslims to me.
Yeah, there might be something. Okay. But like since that generation ended, Egypt have been nothing to write them about. And it's sad that they probably wasted Mohamed Salah's best years.
Do you mean just in Africa or on the world stage? Because I know they've reached 2 AFCON finals. They've also been to the World Cup. I think they were very unlucky not to qualify from the group stage in 2018. So, I mean, they were not. They
did not play well.
They did not play worse than the team that qualified, if you say that. They did not play.
That's the point I'm making. See, teams like Egypt, teams like Tunisia, and I know that this is going to sound crazy because those two specific
team is now Morocco.
No, not Morocco. Those two specific. But like, I feel like they are wasting African slots because
Egypt,
they always seem to qualify for these World Cups and do absolutely nothing. They're not excited. At least when we go, we have a good jersey. At the very least.
Fair.
We bring culture. Like, Tunisia, nothing. They don't bring football, they don't bring culture, they don't bring nothing. It's just a bland country, like salt. No other, like no seasoning, no spice. The same thing with Egypt. You can hold it. Give me Ghana. Like this, I know Ghana is going to, bring the vibes. I know Ghana are going to light up. You saw what they did in Qatar, even though they ultimately did not qualify because they are Ghana at the end of the day. But still, like that's what you would expect. Like go there and apart from the football, showcase African culture. So like this is not about any specific region in Africa. I beg of you, please.
I'm actually excited to see. I know I'm Nigerian and I should probably not be saying this. I'm actually excited to see Ghana at the World Cup because they have an exciting bunch, especially the attackers like Kudus during their qualifier game against Mali was very exciting. He's the type of player that shines in a team that's not particularly excellent. Ball carriers are very excellent in teams that are not very good. So they have Kudus, they have Semenyo, they have even even though Iñaki Williams should not be starting for any decent team in the world. So they have a good bunch and they look very exciting. And Thomas Partey, if he's allowed to play, if his issue has been sorted before then. So I think I'm excited to see Ghana. Egypt, I genuinely believe that Mohamed Salah has something cooking. Like I said, I keep referencing last season's Premier League season. That title happened because of Mohamed Salah's share with power, not Ancelot's tactics. Not,
but his next best player was not.
Mamouche is better than Luis Diaz. Please,
that's not true. What?
What would I say?
Based on what evidence?
Based on the evidence of the last 2-3 seasons.
Based on what evidence?
Luis Diaz's best season in a league campaign. He scored 11 goals.
Diaz was not even their second best player. It was Gakpo.
It was Diaz. Diaz was the second best attacker. What are we saying here?
Okay, fair.
Even in the Champions League, he was playing as a centre forward.
On the Premier League show, you guys would get more than enough time to argue this out. But thankfully,
anyways, I think Egypt they'll play well because it looks like with the expanded World Cup format, we'll see groups with more
bad teams.
We'll see groups having teams that you can beat. At least 1 or 2 teams that you can beat. And if Egypt plays one team on their level, like one team they can beat. Yeah, one team on their level, one team they can beat, and maybe one team that'll beat them 5-0. That 6 points or 4 points is enough to, or should be enough to qualify. So I think Egypt will do well. I also think Nigeria will do well because the Super Eagles will be at the World Cup. I think Super Eagles will do well. I think that our boys, they are in their prime. Especially our attackers, even the likes of Iwobi, Calvin Bassey, they are in their prime. I think not many other African countries can say they have players in their prime. Like Salah is going past it. Like the likes of Kudus are just entering it. But we have players exactly in their prime. And I think that it's going to be a huge disservice to the company. Maybe they should just even find one Ojoro to do and ensure Nigeria is there. It's good for CAF. Like CAF has to find a way for Nigeria to be at the World Cup because nobody is going to sell the brand of African football the way we do. Not only would we bring the culture, would we bring the vibe, we'll bring the football too. We'll bring the players people actually want to watch. Imagine Turkish football, the way Turkish football people are active on social media, following Nigeria in AFCON because of Victor Osimhen. So I don't know. It's not like they've not done something like that before. They should look for a way to make
the
sure
best of my knowledge, CAF has not done something like that before. Please, Faruq.
Okay.
It's a new show. Don't get us cancelled so early. All right, so let's switch focus mainly to the AFCON. And yes, we like to talk about the players who make it happen on the pitch, your Siemens, the Wobbies, the Salahs. But all these players can be either deemed useless or, get an extra kick if they have the right manager behind them. So now, speaking about managers at the AFCON, is there any manager that stands out for you any African manager that stands out going into the AFCON for you?
Does it have to be African?
No, I mean that's managing an African team.
No, I wanted clarification because Tom Sedgwick is one of my favorite coaches in African football. I wanted him so desperately to get the Super Eagles job. He himself had been shamelessly applying for the job.
He was crying ahead of the Ghana game.
Nigeria and Ghana. He has been very clear about wanting to manage one of those two teams. And even though those two nations are terrible at the moment, they still somehow believe that they can do better than Tom Saintfiet. So I'm very excited with what is going to do with Mali. I think that Tom Saintfiet is a very, very good coach. Some might have said that about Eric Shell before he took the Manchester United job of Africa.
Bro,
hey, that's not fair. Come on.
It is there's nobody that comes out of the Nigeria job looking the same. Like Vinny George was walking on water. It took 3 games to ruin his reputation. Now you cannot look at him. You even forget that he used to play football.
But even in the MPFL that he won, safe. Like they are not looking at him with one kind eye. That you will see me shout for.
That's not what I said at all. I don't co-sign.
I feel like that's what you're saying. Okay.
You don't co-sign.
No problem. If you insist. So Faruq, Tunde has chosen a white man. I don't know why.
That's cool. I asked.
Can we be more Afrocentric? I mean, Eric Shell, for example, can he do it with Nigeria or someone like Walid Regragui? Although these two people are technically French.
Don't mention any more African coaches. Yeah, right. Faruq does not know 5 African coaches.
That's a lie.
Go.
First of all, he lied. Second of all,
mention.
That's a lie. What's the question? Eric Shell, right?
Yes. Or we saw at least at the last AFCON that it was an African coach that eventually got the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that a lot of people try to point out, before the tournament, during and even after the tournament. I think that's one of the reasons why Nigeria eventually went for, Finidi George. So do you think an African coach is best suited to win the AFCON?
I don't know if it's a matter of suitability, but I don't know if you can say it has to be whether you're African or not. If you're a good fit, you're a good fit. I mean, Renard is one of the best at this.
That's a black man. That's an African man.
Don't be like those Twitter people that they'll just see one African person speak small Yoruba and say, let's name you Ajibola. Let's don't do that.
If winning multiple AFCONs to multiple countries is what you call small Yoruba, then I don't know what else. It's more African than me. Have I won any AFCON?
I was very excited about Eric Shell when we signed him. I mean, I've waxed lyrically about him on this show when I said that Mali were one of the best teams to watch in the Mali were one of the best teams to watch during the last AFCON, and we got their coach. But somehow the coach, like Ruben Amorim, he thinks it's the formation, does not realize that Mali have a huge collection of very good midfielders, and that's why it makes sense to play 4-4-2 diamond with them. But now you come to Super Eagles where we've been crying that we don't have midfielders or this, well, at least attackers we have, and instead you want to play that same 4-4-2 diamond, even with the chanting, and is really annoying right now. And we are beefing right now, but I still believe in him. For Walid Gregory, I think he has created something really nice. Being African as well, I know today would like to call him French. And what's the name of this Dortmund guy that coaches Ghana now? Otto
Addo.
Proving once again that it's not about being African.
He is African, dude.
But is he doing well?
I mean, he's on the brink of qualifying his team for the World Cup.
While also simultaneously missing the AFCON.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
I think they already started the AFCON journey before himself, and they had him on the way.
He was fully responsible for them not playing at the AFCON.
But I think he's a good coach. And, I think Africa is we are on the uptick now when it comes to coaches. That we are seeing our coaches now get with European heads. We are the likes of Kolo Touré now works for Pep Guardiola. Hopefully he gets the Mikel Arteta touch, and we see him coach maybe a football club before he start coaching an African team. I think that's what we just need. We need the coaching is about education. It's not about necessarily your talent. Only few are necessarily particularly talented. It's about your education, what you've seen get done, what you've testing your idea. Because it might be nice in your head, but when you reach football pitch, people still have to execute it. So we are now seeing our coaches do that, and hopefully coaching in Africa is going to be like the kind of football talent we export.
All right. Before we leave, we'll play a fun little game that I like to call Lie. And now, I've sent these to a fact each, and Tunde is going to read out his... Oh no, Faruq, why not go first? Faruq is going to read out his fact, and Tunde's job is to find out if it's a lie or if it is true.
It's a lie. Just based on the person that is saying it.
Now,
Don't judge a book by its cover or a man by his looks.
Covers of books are for. That's precisely what they are for.
Not necessarily.
Can I read
Have you
now?
read Go See Go before? Very boring.
my name is Faruq, and I once cussed out a future colleague on a WhatsApp group in a La Liga argument.
That sounds like you.
I don't cuss out people that are in arguments.
But you are on La Liga groups.
Yeah, but did he do that?
I'm going to say yes, he did.
Without asking any questions?
Do I have
You
to?
did not say you can ask questions.
You can't. No, you can't do. That's the whole point. You have to ask questions.
They tell us you can't do that now.
You cannot just make up a game with the comfort of your own home.
And
with rules that you will not pass
along the way.
The
Like,
rules are... I said you have to find out.
and the rules in the
I didn't say
room
you
with
have
us.
to guess if it's...
Oh, okay. So I have to find out if it's a lie.
Yeah.
All right. So
People understand English, man.
how long ago was this?
I don't know. He said that I don't know if the fact is true or false. He just said it to me.
What do you mean? I want you to know
Don't I have to come up with the facts and then so that I can properly answer his question? If the fact is false, how am I supposed to now properly answer his question?
You defend it now.
So I should just accept the fact as true. What is my stance?
That the fact is true.
You did not tell me that again.
Well, I think we are just learning that you are bad at games. Like hosting. No, you.
How?
Today, please read your facts.
The game is pretty clear.
Okay.
All right. Since Faruq now knows the rules, let me read my own facts, which I'm certain is something derogatory. Of course. My name is Tunde Young, and I am not the largest Chelsea fan that I know.
What club does Buchilaba support?
Wherever Osimhen plays, I think.
Ah, wow.
Okay. Have you ever gotten a jersey of 5XL Chelsea jersey for anybody?
We can't use insider information. Like, there's a reason you can't do insider trading.
I feel like you can't.
You can't sell me drugs and then be like in the interview, have you ever bought drugs?
It's a question now.
All right, yes, I have.
Okay, I'll answer.
Was
yes.
this someone apart from yourself?
No, just for myself.
Then I'll answer no.
I mean, he could have bought a Chelsea.
No,
jersey for-
I know the people.
Or rather, he could know someone that he's not.
Now
buying
your
Chelsea
fact.
jersey.
Now your fact. Now I don't answer
I
no.
just- is that
Is the answer
your
no?
final answer?
Yeah, no.
So was it true or was it lie?
First of all, I don't know that many Chelsea fans. Also, I don't know that many. I don't hang out with my fellow. It's just hard to go out together. There's a lot of social. So I hang out with people that are, you people's size. Not slim.
Yeah, no, the keke mark just this piece. Yeah, look, space.
No, I'm not going to dignify that question with an answer. Because it's not even my facts. Ayoola sent me that fact because he wanted to humiliate me on this.
Bro, you get...
Again, his fact was true, and I'm the one he cussed out. I don't know why
That's not true. It did not happen. We had an argument about Barcelona and Sevilla. I did not cuss you out.
Specifically remember you cussing me out.
So,
Okay.
do you not have the power to fire him or something?
No, not yet. I'm working my way up the ladder. And one day I'll get there and fire Faruq. That's my main motivation in life right now.
Let's give you a fact. I feel like you have to participate in this.
Yeah, okay. You would have to send it to me.
You come up with a fact for it. That's how it should work. Yeah, and then say it out,
Right.
and then we have to find out
These BS rules.
These are the regular rules that everybody knows. But okay, no problem.
Yeah, people that are in on it, that know the game they want to play.
Shame. All right. In secondary school.
In the 80s?
Yes.
Yeah, nothing beyond 30 years on the place.
I was the only Barcelona fan in my entire set.
That's definitely before your
You
second.
went to ISL, so you could have been 12 in the class or something.
No.
Okay.
80 people in the class.
Was Ronaldinho in Barcelona then?
Yes, he was.
Was Ronald Koeman in Barcelona?
They didn't play together, so I mean, the answer seems obvious.
Was Amunike in Barcelona?
Hopefully not.
There's no way if you went to school at the time you said you went to school. There's no way you were the only Barcelona fan.
What club had the most fans in your class?
Oh, Arsenal, definitely.
Arsenal, okay.
Followed by Man U. And then...
No African football supporters.
I mean, everybody was a fan of the Super Eagles.
I mean, Nigeria League was still good then.
No, it was not.
Maybe that time, maybe that period.
The 80s were like...
stationary
Thankfully,
stores.
this was not the 80s that we're talking about.
Okay, even the early 2000s, that's when anybody did all their winning.
Yeah, but I mean, people were still more enamored by.
Okay, so at this point, first of all, your start about yourself is just trash. You need to come up with better facts so that you can guess better. But I'm going to say no. I'm sure there was at least one other Barcelona fan in your class in ISL.
It's a very weird question. I'll just say yes, because it's the type of question you ask if it's just you.
You guys want to know the answer?
Just say
don't
it
build
now.
suspense about this BS topic, please. Just talk.
Why so angry? I don't get why you guys so angry. Anyways, yes, I was in fact the only Barcelona fan in my class.
That's the type of question you ask.
So congratulations.
You sound
Faruq.
like a loser. Which is boo.
Faruq, of course, getting. In fact, you actually got two questions right because you got the Tunde's fact not being true, and you also got this one right. Meanwhile, Tunde Young.
Wait, how is my fact not true?
Yeah, you are not the.
The largest Chelsea fan I know.
Yeah, and he agreed with that.
Oh, fair enough.
So
See, ladies and gentlemen, take from this that if you want to play games with your friends, perhaps explain how the game works to them ahead of time.
Hey,
It will
I
also
feel
help
like-
if you come to work on time. But let's even say you failed that first part.
I feel like understanding English is a key part of being a presenter, but that's just me.
To be fair, if one person explains something and two people did not get it, I feel like it's on the one
Yes,
person.
actually.
And-
Especially since all of us here went to school.
Are we sure? And yet, one person managed to win the game, and one other person.
He didn't even know he won. He was.
No, that's not-
He did do.
That's not
One other person was left with his pants around his ankle, as usual.
My pants are weird the way at the start of the show. Why are you thinking about? Why are you thinking about the level of my pants?
All right, guys, thank you so much for rocking with us. It's been the African Football Show. We hope you've had as much fun as we did. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow the page, of course, and follow these guys as well. Follow myself as well. And we will be with you very soon. Hopefully at the World Cup. Bye, guys.